influencer apology has transitioned from a rare, awkward webcam moment into a highly standardized, almost almost cinematic subgenre of content that is paradoxically more manufactured the more raw it claims to be. We have reached a point of collective digital literacy where audience can instantly decode the visual and linguistic cues of PR managed crisis, making the traditional formula not just ineffective but actively insulting to the viewer's intelligence. When a creator falls from grace, they rarely offer a simple, blunt retraction. Instead, they stage a production that follows a strict literary design to reset their brand rather than a tone for their actions. This starts with the visual staging, often referred to as the grey hoodie protocol, where a creator who usually lives in a high gloss world of professional lighting and luxury aesthetics suddenly appears on a cold hardwood floor, on a messy bed, in a drab, oversized outfit with no makeup and intentionally unkempt hair. This visual shift is a tactical attempt at poverty cosplay meant to bridge the emotional gap between a wealthy elite and a disappointed public by signaling a state of distress so profound they couldn't even manage to get dressed or sit in a chair. However, a viewer who has known this person own a multi-million dollar or rupee mansion and employs a full-time staff, the floor sitting feels like a calculated set choices, a director's note rather than a moment of genuine humanity. This performative vulnerability is almost always punctuated by the theatrical intro, consisting of a long audible sigh or a period of heavy rattling silence before the first word is spoken, which serves as a physiological or psychological cue to the audience that the acting has officially begun. And as the video progresses, the failure is compounded by the jump cut trap, where a supposedly sincere flow or emotion is edited with the same frenetic pace as a high energy vlog, suggesting that the creator had to do multiple retakes shifts the narrative from the harm caused to their own personal hero's journey, effectively making the mistake the inciting incident in their own redemption arc. This is frequently joined by the "I'm sorry if" phrasing, a classic non apology that places the burden of the emotion on the audience's sensitivity rather than the creator's conduct, implying the action itself is fine and only the viewer's misinterpretation was the problem. Perhaps the most frustrating element of this failing formula is victimhood pivot, where the creator spends the later half of the video just detailing the dark place they have been in since the scandal has broken, weaponize their own mental health struggles to force the audience to stop being angry and start being concerned. And this is a bid for a pity pass that attempts 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 to cancel out the original harm with the creator's current suffering, effectively telling the audience that they suffered enough and therefore deserve to be forgiven. Furthermore, many creators fail the most basic test of sincerity by leaving monetization on, allowing 15-second unskippable ads to run before they say "I'm sorry," which tells the audience that the scandal is literally being treated as a revenue generating business opportunity. The core reason these videos keep crashing and burning is that they treat the audience as a demographic to be managed through marketing tactics rather than a community that has been genuinely let down. In an era of cringe me or cringe memory, where everyone remembers the last 10 people who use these exact tropes, the only way out of a scandal is to break the fourth wall entirely. Stop the aesthetic manipulation, stay in your usual filming spot, lose the script, and state exactly what you did wrong without "if," the "but," or the "journey" until influencers realize that accountability is not an aesthetic. Their apology will continue to be viewed as just another piece of dishonest content designed to save a sponsorship rather than save a soul. The sheer length and repetition of these videos often serve to bury the lead, as creators hope that by talking for 20 minutes about their childhood or their recent stresses, the audience will simply get tired and move on. This exhaustion tactic works on some, but for majority of the internet, it creates a ratio losing total control over narrative. They are addicted to the edit, to the ability to cut out the parts of themselves that aren't perfect, which is exactly why an apology, which is an admission of imperfection, feels so jarring and fake coming from them. They try to apply the same optimization to their remorse that they apply to their skincare routine or say their travel vlogs, but you cannot optimize an apology. You can only be honest, and honesty doesn't require a certain kind of clothing, a sigh, or a hardwood floor. It requires a person to stand in the light of which they did and accept the consequences without trying to produce their way out of it. As long as the formula exists,